speaks for itself.
He said something very important about marriage that we cannot gloss over. He said marriage is a great mystery. It's a picture of Christ and the church, right? So Christ has pronouns. He's a he. The church has a pronoun. It's a she. He's called the bridegroom. The church is called the bride. That's why the scripture says in Revelation, there will be a marriage supper between the lamb and the bride. So Paul said the church is a picture of Christ, or marriage is a picture of Christ in the church. Why am I starting there? I'm starting with the scriptures because if marriage, biblical marriage, that is a Christian man, a believing man marries a believing woman, when they come together in marriage, they are now a picture of Christ in the church. So there is someone who hates that picture, and he is the adversary of the soul, who the scriptures reveal as Satan, that serpent of old, who Jesus called the devil. That devil hates anything that is a reflection of Christ. So anytime a godly man and a godly woman come together, immediately you have a target on your back. It's happening in the unseen realm of the spirit, but it's manifesting in the seen realm. So y'all fighting all the time, but you don't see the spiritual warfare. You are resenting each other all the time, but you don't see the spiritual warfare. You are hating on each other all the time, but you don't see the spiritual warfare. You don't realize that as soon as y'all two got married, now there is a target on your back. The devil and the demons and the kingdom of darkness is going to work overtime to dismantle biblical marriage. That's why he will work to bring divorce to Christian couples and to change the definition of marriage, to say men can marry men and women can marry women. You could do whatever the heck you want to, but you're going to pay a price for that in the judgment. Right? So that's why he's trying to redefine marriage through politicians, which even that too is demonic. So when Christians come together and get married, number one at the top, you got to understand that now is spiritual warfare. And your marriage is going to be a target in the unseen realm. And so the enemy and his imps will work overtime to dismantle that marriage. So like when my wife and I got married, we fought for the first 5 years. And a man had a dream one time who was in our church. He said, Philip, I had a dream. I saw in a dream you was in the kitchen with Lena. And a man walked into the kitchen. And he whispered in your ear, and then you turned at your wife and started barking on her. And he whispered in your wife's ear, and she turned to you and started yelling at you, and then he walked out the kitchen, and the dream ended. When he first gave me that dream, I didn't understand until I kept reading the scriptures and I got the interpretation of the dream. Oh, the devil was instigating. The enemy of our soul was instigating our fights. So that's number one. Satanic warfare is a main cause for the dismantling of biblical marriages. Number two, watch this word again. Yo, sin, bro. Selfishness. Pride. Right? Infidelity, all the things that break marriages. So sin destroys marriages. So satanic warfare destroys marriages. Sin destroys. That's why we should hate sin, because it destroys marriages. Watch. And then our lack of ability to forgive also destroys marriages.
Be sure to catch part 2. It gets better.